Now it's time to create our frequently asked questions section here. So first of all, let's copy the title from here. Go to our editor. So right now I'm inside the editor panel, but I can close this one, reload this page, and again open a new tab, and just take a look at our design. It looks really nice. Let's start working here again. Now let's add a group. Hit enter, click over here and click heading, paste the title that I have copied. So if you select the group from here and change, you have to change the wide width. Now let's say instead clicking on this document view, you can always, when you have selected the heading, you can always click on this group icon, which is, if I hover over, it shows the parent block group. That means you can always navigate from parent to child without opening the list view. Like when I select heading, I can select group, I can change the group width from here. So I'll be using this feature a lot in our future part. So that's why you have to understand how it works here. Now again, if you take a look at here, right now you're learning, and that's why I'd like to keep open this part so that you can understand where I'm navigating and what I'm doing here. And type here Command Alt Y, add a new line at the bottom area. So as you can see, when I select the group again, there is something that you have to learn or you have to understand. It shows inner block use content width, but I do not want the inner block to use content width. I want the inner block to use the full width here. Let's disable this one. I hope you got my point here, because I have seen a lot of you are very confusing about this width and wide things. So now let's copy the first toggle here. Go to editor and / type here toggle. So when you type here toggle, it will display the details. Hit enter, paste, copy the lorem ipsum text, and then paste here for the details. Now take a look at here carefully. It's not a full width, it's a limited width here, but if you want, you can use full width. You can also make them at the center. So I think it will look much better if we display them at the center. Like I just wanted to mention it like these positions. So let's make it perfect in our editor. Now let's select our lorem ipsum text here, and inside the width I am gonna select none, and it will be displaying this small part here like this way. Let's select our font size, which is the display heading size here. Let's make it 2, or I think let's make it 2, and the text color should be black. And for the heading, for the paragraph, we can make it 18 pixel. So what is your hourly rate? When someone click over here, it will display the hourly rate information. You can always make it open by default. Now let's add here HR, which is horizontal line, and we can make it also group. Sorry, not this one. So this is a group, and make sure you have added here. Select and create as a group this one. Duplicate. In the second one, I want to make sure the details should be closed by default. And you can see this is toggle 1, toggle 2, and I'd like to duplicate the toggle 2. You can use the shortcut key by duplicating. So the shortcut is Command Shift D. So let's select Command Shift D, Command Shift D. So you can see I have duplicated a couple of times. And now let's copy other questions here. The font size is 32 pixel. I have added here the random heading font size, but I think it looks identical to the 32 pixel, and I'm okay with that. But if it's a client project, definitely I should follow the Figma design exactly 100% similar. Let's remove this below part and add some padding at the top and bottom. The standard padding that we are using right now for this project based on the design, which is top 140 and bottom 140, but by default there is some padding, and that's why I'd like to add 130 and 130. Click Save Changes, go to our design, go to our page and reload. So here you can see we have testimonials, and below the testimonials we have frequently asked questions, or a few questions client normally asks me. Here is the toggle, and you can add some spacing below this heading area. Add little bit professionalism here. Let's select group, or you can add a spacing here by adding a spacer. Add a spacer here, let's make it 30 and click Save Changes. Reload this page. If we want, we can make it a little bit wider. Let's say we on the above sections, let's say if we want to keep this wide on the above, like the above one, it will look much better and standard. So first of all, let's take a look at the above sections width here. This one 946 pixel. So take a group here, make it wide width. So select the group here again and select it over here. So as you can see, it's selected as a wide width. And when I select inner content, I can change the width of this group. Let's say 900. It was 946. So I have selected 946, and for other group I have to disable this part just to make it full width based on our selected width here. We can really we can create a more faster than any other page builder here, but I'm using my mouse here mostly so that you can understand. But I always try to use shortcut key from my keyboard, which speed up the process and make things more easy for me. We have completed our frequent last sections here. If I now reload this page, you can see here it looks better than the previous part.